Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about a Whirlpool dryer that is not heating. I'll be going over ways to fix it easily in this instructional video. So I'll be going over 6 ways that you can hopefully fix it easily if your Whirlpool dryer is not heating. This is my old Whirlpool dryer. We used it for quite a few years. The old owners of the home left it for us when we bought the home from them. And essentially, we used it for many years. It served us really well. And we got new machines. So these are now in the garage, and I'm just using them for some videos. So I figured I would go over some tutorials with you guys. So let's go over this, okay? Your Whirlpool dryer is not heating, how to fix it easily. 6 ways, let's get into this. Number 1 is gonna be that there might be a clogged vent, okay? Now a clogged vent basically means that at the back, there's gonna be obviously ventilation, which is just a pipe that allows the heat and the lint to escape. Now you wanna catch as much lint as possible in the lint trap, but you know, like I said, there is gonna be some lint that is sort of left over that makes it through the lint trap, and it allows that vent allows the heat and the lint to escape. Now you should be cleaning your vent regularly because if it's clogged, it actually is a massive fire hazard and it is a massive safety issue. So you should be cleaning your entire vent on a regular basis. If you have not cleaned your vent recently, then honestly, just go clean it right now. Stop the video and go clean it right now. Even if that's not even the problem with the dryer, you need to clean it anyways. Go and do that right now. But anyways, if your vent is clogged, it can cause the dryer to not heat properly because what's going to happen is the heat is going to stay in here and it's not going to be able to escape. Okay, and there are systems in the dryer that tell how much heat it should be producing. And if the heat is staying in here and it's not escaping, then those systems are going to think, oh, there's enough heat in here, we don't have to heat up anymore. It's going to say, oh, it's already hot enough in here, we don't need to heat up anymore. So it's going to cause the heat to not work properly. So clean the vent. You should be cleaning your vent anyways, but if it's clogged, absolutely clean it because that might be the reason why your dryer is not producing enough heat or any heat at all. So look into it, okay? That is the first fix. Clean the vent. Simple as that. And like I said, you should be doing it on a regular basis anyways. And that's it for number 1. We're moving on to number 2. Number 2, there's insufficient voltage. Now your dryer, depending on where you live, is going to run on a specific voltage. If you're not comfortable with this, like you should be calling an electrician. But you want to make sure that the plug is functioning properly. If there's insufficient voltage on the dryer might work, but the heating portion might not work. So if you're not comfortable with this, call a licensed electrician and have them check the voltage. They can use special tools like a voltage meter to check the voltage and make sure that the plug, that the outlet is providing enough voltage and that the dryer plug itself, the cord, is providing enough voltage to the dryer. They'll make sure everything's working properly voltage-wise. Okay? But if there's insufficient voltage, the dryer might work, but the heater might not work properly or might not work fully. So look into that. That is another fix. Look at the voltage. And like I said, hire a professional to inspect it. Have the professional look at the voltage for you. Okay? Moving on to number 3. Number 3, there might be a faulty thermostat. So like I said, in dryers, there are oftentimes thermostats that tell it how much heat to produce. If the thermostat is not working properly, it's not going to tell it to produce heat. Okay? Now every dryer is different, so there's different technologies in place, but definitely might be a faulty thermostat, and that is something that once again you can do certain tests to diagnose it further, but you want to look into the potential of a faulty thermostat and see if you're comfortable doing those tests to see if it is a faulty thermostat, because if it is, that could be your problem. Okay? Moving on to number 4, and sorry, before I finish with that one, like I said, if you don't feel comfortable doing any of this yourself, then hire a professional, but at least knowing what the fixes are will help you guide them, because they won't just be saying, oh, I'm going to do all these checks. You could say, why don't you take a look at the thermostat, see if it's a faulty thermostat. So do whatever you feel comfortable with doing yourself. But if you don't feel comfortable doing something, hire a professional. These will still help you with you working with them to get to the root of the problem. Okay? Anyways, moving on to number 4. Number 4, unplug and plug it back in. So unplug the dryer for 30 seconds and then plug it back in. A dryer is a technological device just like everything else that you have. And if you have problems with the technological device, what do? You turn it off and you turn it back on. By unplugging your dryer for 30 seconds and then plugging it back in, you're going to be getting closer to hopefully solving it because you're going to give it a little bit of a reset and that might fix the problem on the spot. Try it out. It's a simple solution. Unplug it for 30 seconds and plug it back in. Believe me, it works more often than you think for modern day appliances. Okay? So give it a try. Moving on to number 5, fix number 5, you might have a dirty lint trap. Just like I said before, maybe your vent is clean, but maybe your lint trap is dirty. You should be cleaning the lint trap literally before every single time that you use the dryer. Okay, before every time that I use a dryer, I clean the lint trap. It keeps it clean. If your lint trap is clogged, same thing. As I said with the clogged vent, it's going to cause the dryer to not be able to produce enough heat because it's already going to be hot enough in there because it's not letting any of the heat out. All of the heat is just staying in the dryer. It's not letting any of the heat out. So see if you have a dirty lint trap and clean it. You should be cleaning it before every single load anyways. So clean it. Simple as that. And even if the lint trap is clean, look inside of the compartment because sometimes inside of the compartment it's dirty there. Okay? Even if the lint trap is clean, inside of the compartment it might be dirty. And you can get a special vacuum attachment that you can get in there to vacuum everything up and clean everything up. So take a look. Okay? Last but not least for this video is number 6. And number 6 is maybe it has too much laundry in it. So if you have too much laundry in here, the heat cannot properly move around and escape, which is the same thing. It's going to cause it to not heat properly. I know you want to load this up and you want to just get as much laundry as you can in there to dry it as fast as you can. But at the end of the day, if it's going to take 5 times as long, to dry a load in there that's like double the size you should be putting in there, then why? It's inefficient. Put enough laundry in there to give it, a good capacity. But don't overload it because if you overload it, it's going to cause a problem in many aspects, and it specifically might cause a problem with regards to the heat in the dryer. And that is truly it. Hopefully these will allow you to fix a Whirlpool dryer that is not heating because once again, these will allow you to hopefully fix it easily. And that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this instructional video tutorial. So we're going to roll the outro. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.